What's going on, Flex Zone family? You know what time it is. Time for the Flex Zone podcast, only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. And what you need right now is you've been getting those Ravens position previews. So we take a look at the wide receivers in 2022. You know what to do. Hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, hit that bell, all notifications from the channel, know when we're live. And most importantly, join the family, baby. It's free. Hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at the Flex Zone 1 and on TikTok. The Flex Zone Podcast. New episodes Mondays at 10. And of course, donate via Cash App. The Cash App is the Flex Zone 1 here on YouTube. Back again, breaking down, moving along, getting to the last few position breakdowns. And today, we're going to take a look at the most important position possibly outside of offensive line is wide receiver, just because of the questions that may be had with this group. Now, we look at the wide receiver group. We know Hollywood Brown was traded last draft to the Arizona Cardinals. Ironically, they're saying he has injuries right now, hamstring. Then you look at Sammy Watkins. He's gone to Green Bay. Leaves you with Rashod Bateman as your number one receiver, Devin Duvernay, James Proche, and a bunch of other unproven guys, Tylan Wallace, Jalen Moore, Benjamin Victor, and a lot of other guys who Slayton Bolden, Shamar Bridges, Trayvon Clark, Devin Williams, Riley Webb, Makai Polk. I like Makai Polk actually a lot personally, and they need help at the wide receiver position, no doubt about it. This offense is probably we talked about the offensive line. We're going to talk about Lamar. We talked about the tight ends, but if they don't get any production at the wide receiver position, they're going to be in trouble offensively. Rashod Bateman, I do think healthy this offseason, going into the season, going into training camp. I think he's primed for a breakout season to show why he is capable of being a number one caliber receiver. I think Devin Duvernay made the Pro Bowl last season. I think he has a shot to take the next step as a receiver. I would like to see them move him around more in the backfield on jet sweeps, move him in the slot, give him handoffs in the backfield, give him pitches, give him different reverses, give him opportunities to make plays because I think he does good at that instead of just lining him up at receiver every play and directing him to make plays like that. James Proche, we haven't seen a lot of him, but in the little bit we've seen of him, it kind of leaves you wanting more because you may see him make a play here and there like you did last preseason, or maybe a play or catch here in a regular season. Then he goes off the map for 4 or 5 weeks. So we'd like to see him on the field more. We'd like to see him play. But Tylan Wallace, drafted last year, didn't really see much of him, mainly on special teams. Don't know what his ceiling is. Hopefully, he can give us something, but I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket. He's an unproven guy. Jalen Moore, Victor, we know he's out. We got Bolden, Bridges, Clark, Williams, Webb. Excuse me, you got Polk, some other unproven guys I'm not really too quite sure of, honestly. And I don't know. I mean, I can put my faith in Bateman. I can put some faith in Duvernay. I'd like to see more Proche, but Wallace, Moore, Victor. I'm pretty safe. It's pretty safe to say Bateman, Duvernay, Proche, Wallace are going to make the team. Now they usually probably keep 5 or 6. Does a Polk make a play? Does a Shamar Bridges, Slade Bolden, Trayvon Clark? I don't know. Obviously, all these receivers won't make the team right now, but Rashod Bateman, you know you got something in him. Duvernay, we've seen flashes of him. If they can use him more creatively in the offense, they have something there. But I would like to see what they can do here with Proche and Wallace. They are similar receivers, in my opinion, and pretty much slot guys. But I do think it's very, very important that they get on the field, get opportunities, get reps, get opportunity to show themselves what they can do on the football field. Like I said, this team is lacking depth at wide receiver. Could they bring in a veteran? I did a video about it. Threw some names out there. Obviously, now with Julio Jones off the market and pretty much what Odell Beckham, your number one guy, I don't think he's coming to be a Raven. I said a long shot. We see DK Metcalf, he just got paid. I see a long shot being Mohamed Sanu maybe, but his injuries and his lack of ability to create separation may do more harm than good. We know the Ravens like guys who can also block for the running game. Let me know in the comments. What would you do at wide receiver? Would you keep what you got? Would you add someone else? Would you trade for someone else? What would you do? Bateman, I think, is good. Duvernay is good. Proche and Wallace are unknowns, in my opinion. We need more Duvernay on the field. Bateman, I think, is primed for a breakout season. But who is going to be that guy that really separates themselves in the wide receiver group? Because honestly, Proche, Wallace, Moore, Victor, Clark, Bridges, Bolden, Polk, Webb, Williams, you can put them all in a hat right now and pick a name out of because you don't really know what you got. And I like to think Proche and Wallace are going to take the next steps and be better. But let's say you keep Proche and Wallace, which you probably will with Bateman, Duvernay, and Proche and Wallace. You got those five. You may keep one more guy. I don't know which of these guys would step up and make an impact. Like I said, preseason is going to be very important. See who jumps off the screen, see who possibly makes plays. But Rashod Bateman is going to have a heavy load. He's going to have to really show that he is capable of being a number one receiver. Devin Duvernay, I think, can show that he has capabilities of being a number two or number three, but I think they need to use his versatility and move him around more. But it's going to be a lot of questions that need to be answered. I do think the Ravens should possibly bring in a veteran, at least for camp, to add competition, add some depth, see what happens, see if they can possibly build some rapport with Lamar Jackson. Now, do I think they will? Probably not at this stage because training camp is here, but it's looking thin outside of Bateman and Duvernay because I don't know if Proche is going to take that step people think he's going to take, and I don't know if Wallace is going to take it either. So then you're essentially looking at basically two wide receivers that are capable of making plays. We know Andrews is going to cause a lot of attention for defenses. He's going to get double teamed a lot. So there will be one-on-one opportunities for these wide receivers, and it'll be interesting to see if anybody steps up and shows themselves, flashes in camp, in preseason, and come week one makes their presence known because, like I said, Bateman, we saw he is a first down machine. He's a guy who catches the football. He's usually getting a first down. Duvernay, he's a guy you can use in a lot of different spots, maybe like a Deebo Samuel, similarly because he may not have the size of Deebo, but he has the versatility of Deebo. Could put him in the backfield, could put him in the slot, could put him outside. Proche, we've seen him in minor flashes, and I don't know what his ceiling particularly is. I'm hoping that it's what we want to see and what we're hoping to see from him. But like I said, Proche, Wallace, and all these other guys you can probably put in a hat and pick out and see who's really going to make an impact. I do think Proche and Wallace make the team, but I think it is going to be very, very important to see what Duvernay and Bateman bring to this team because I think the wide receiver room is only going to go as far as those two take them. Like I said, we're banking on Bateman to take that step to be a number one guy, and I think he will have 1,000 yards this year. I think Bateman will, but Duvernay, what can he bring? Can Greg Roman use him uniquely and very, very innovatively? Can Proche get more snaps, show what he can do in the slot, possibly on third downs, in the red zone? Tylan Wallace, can he be a deep threat? Can he go deep and make plays and help stretch this field? Because the Ravens don't really have a particularly known guy with speed that has the deep threat capability. Duvernay, yeah, but he's more quick sideline to sideline, horizontally instead of vertically. Can Wallace or Proche develop into that vertical threat for Lamar Jackson to throw the ball 20, 25, 30 yards down the field? Let me know in the comments what you think about it. But I'm expecting a big year from Bateman, over 1,000 yards. I do want to see what Duvernay does. I want to see if we can add some type of deep vertical threat with Proche or Wallace. And I'll be intrigued to see what they do offensively in Greg Roman's scheme and if he is creative in what he decides to do with these guys. Got to move them around, got to find mismatches, and got to move them. Like I said, put Duvernay in the backfield. Have him be a Deebo Samuel type guy. Use Bateman inside the slot. Use him outside. Proche, move him inside. Use Wallace and Proche and Duvernay together. Add speed, add mismatches. Do some jet sweeps, do some screens, do some reverses. Do some things to keep the defense honest as they can't just zero in and base themselves on a predictable Ravens offense that we've seen in the past. But I'm expecting big things from Bateman. Don't know if they'll add a receiver. They may need to add a veteran, but we'll see what they decide to do. I don't know if they will at this point. Just seems like a long shot and not really much to choose from that you could say, oh, I'm going to go get this guy. I'm going to go get this guy to add to this team as we head into August and the preseason not too long from now. Week one, basically a little over a month away. But I'm intrigued. Like I said, I love Bateman, love to pick. Duvernay showed some flashes last year. I want to see more from Proche. I want to see if Wallace can develop into that vertical threat and see which of these other guys, out of the other guys I mentioned, undrafted and unknown, really, make plays, improve themselves, and somehow make this team and maybe make an impact down the line this season. But let me know your thoughts on the wide receiver group. You're expecting a breakout year from Bateman, Duvernay, Proche, Wallace, any of these other guys, Polk, Victor. Let me know. Hit that like button. Hit that bell for notifications. Subscribe if you haven't already. Follow us at the Flex Zone 1, the Flex Zone Podcast on TikTok. Hashtag the Flex Zone 1, only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. Keeping it moving with these position breakdowns here on the Flex Zone Podcast. Only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. The defensive backs I talked about, they're very deep. The receivers, not so much. How will that affect this offense? Will Greg Roman be innovative and use some of this talent, Bateman, Duvernay, Proche, and Wallace, to create mismatches, as the Ravens are going to have to throw the ball at some point to take that next step deep into the playoffs. But time will tell. We're inching closer towards the preseason as training camp is here. Stay tuned to the Flex On Podcast. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit that bell. Till next time, y'all, I'm gone. God's favorite host. Peace.